Hello guys, in this video I will show you on how to add a record in our database using the insert into statement. So let us proceed. Okay, so we'll be using the insert statement. So you can click this button or you can type your own SQL statement. So for example, insert into the name of the table, which is TBL student, and then you need to specify the columns and then values. Okay, under columns you need to specify all the columns in your table except for the ID, because ID is set to auto increment. Then let's click on the last name, comma, first name, comma, middle name, comma, sex, comma, and then the address column. And then under values you need to specify the parameters. So if you have 5 columns here, you need to specify each value of this column you specified. Let's say for the last name, let's say the last name is Lazaro. Then take note, since the data type of the last name is string, you need to enclose it with single quote the value that you are going to store in that column. Lazaro, then for example Mark, and the middle name is Bonifacio, then comma, then the sex, which is male, and then the address is, for example, Calamba, Laguna. And then you need to click the go button. Okay, so it was successfully executed into our database. So that means there is one row that is inserted. So let's check our record. So in our table we have 3 records now. So we added a new record. Okay, Lazaro, Mark, Bonifacio, male, Calamba, Laguna. So let's try another example. What if we are not going to fill up all the columns? Let's say last name, first name, middle name, and the sex only. We'll make this address as optional. So to do that, let's go to SQL. Then now we'll just use the insert button here. So automatically it will generate SQL statement. So since we are not going to add a value for the address, we'll just remove the address, and then we need to specify the number of values that we're going to specify to our SQL statement. So the first value is for the last name. So we'll just replace that, single quote, and then single quote, single quote, single quote. So we have 4 empty string here. So for example, for the last name, we'll be adding a record for Mateo, and then the name is Jasmine, the middle name is Santos, and the sex is female. So let us review our statement. So we have the insert into TBL student, last name, first name, middle name, and sex, and the values are Mateo for the last name, Jasmine for the first name, Santos for the middle name, and sex for the female. So we didn't specify the address column in this example. Okay, let's try that. Click the go button, and then one row inserted. Okay, so that means it was successfully added to our database. So let's check the records by clicking the browse tab. So automatically it generates the value for ID since we set the ID into auto increment. Then the last name is Mateo, Jasmine, Santos, and we have the female. So we didn't assign a value for the address. So that's all. Thank you for watching. See you in our next videos.